Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all having a lovely day from wherever you're watching this from. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode and a very warm welcome. So Prince Harry has finally spoken up concerning the upcoming UK visit, and honestly, his statement has poked a lot of holes on King Charles's briefings to the media that has been happening in the past 1 week. And if you have been following this story very closely, I think you can see that whatever King Charles has been saying has obviously made him look like this very caring father, very caring grandfather, and very caring father-in-law who is going to be covering the cost of security, and he is also going to be giving Harry, Meghan, and the kids a royal residence while they are in the UK. So he's obviously campaigned for himself, made himself look like a very good person and someone who is doing a lot for the Sussex's visit to the UK. Well, apparently all of that isn't the truth, because Prince Harry, through his spokesperson, has actually stated the truth of what is actually happening. So first of all, the UK media started a rumor just the other day saying that Prince Harry is reconsidering bringing Archie, Lilibet, and Meghan to the UK next month. And that lie obviously spread across the UK media very fast as usual. Literally every single one of them was reporting on that story. And then the Sussexes again spoke through People magazine saying that their plans for next month remain unchanged, meaning that Prince Harry is still looking forward to bringing his family to the UK. But then now they have released a lengthy statement on what is actually happening. And let me first read out to you this statement that has been released before we discuss what it actually means. So I've seen it being reported on multiple media outlets, but this is the main statement. So according to the spokesperson, he or she said, Prince Harry's program in the United Kingdom involves both public and private engagements across the country. Safe accommodation is only one element of an effective protective security plan because risk follows the person, not the place. And continues, the issue has never been accommodation. The issue is whether appropriate and proportionate protective security is being provided throughout the entirety of the visit. The Independent Risk Management Board that RAVEC itself decided was necessary last November has still not taken place. It is therefore difficult to understand how the proportionality of the current arrangements can credibly be maintained without that independent assessment. And then concluded by saying that the Duke continues to explore every available option to enable the visit to proceed safely and to give his children the opportunity to enjoy the UK. That is according to a spokesperson of Prince Harry. So basically, King Charles has been lying. So this first statement, well, the first part of this statement from Prince Harry's spokesperson clearly illustrates that everything Charles has been telling us has been a big fat lie. Do you remember when all of these stories were starting? The Sun, actually Matt Wilkinson on The Sun wrote an article, and the headline was, well, let me just read it exactly as it was. So Matt was like, "Be safe, Harry. King Charles covers security to bring Harry, Meghan, and kids to UK as Princess family plan to visit in weeks." And they even went on to say that, but the king is believed to have intervened to offer his own resources to so the couple can bring their 2 children, Archie, who is 7, Lilibet, who is 5, over for their first visit in 4 years. That is what King Charles was briefing out there, but apparently none of that is happening. Prince Harry hasn't received any kind of protection from King Charles. The only thing that he has received is the royal residence. And you can clearly see that in the first part where Harry says that safe accommodation is only one element of an effective protective security plan because risk follows the person, not the place. The issue has never been accommodation. The issue is whether appropriate and proportionate protective security is being provided throughout the entirety of the visit. So King Charles was only offering the royal residence, which obviously comes with protection. That is, while you are in the premises, but outside of that, you don't get any kind of protection. And Prince Harry is saying that that is not enough because risk follows the person, not the place. And Harry actually hit the nail on the head when he said that. It doesn't mean that now that he has been given a royal residence, he's going to be protected. No, that is not true. He needs an all-round protection whenever he is in the UK. But King Charles wasn't offering any of that, but he ran to the media saying how he was covering for Prince Harry and the kids' protection. And I even remember there was a specific line that came from a real source who said that whatever demands Prince Harry was asking for have been met by King Charles. I remember that statement very, very clearly. So these people have been lying this entire time. And honestly, one thing that I hoped for was that this visit wasn't about King Charles's PR, but apparently it has been this entire time. It's been King Charles trying to clean up his image. It's been him trying to redeem himself, making himself look like the good guy. But no, he hasn't. I mean, he hasn't been the good guy. And him even giving the royal residence to Prince Harry and his family, which is obviously not enough, was just a move by King Charles to try and make himself look like the good person. And it obviously came because he heard that the Sussexes will probably be visiting Althorp House, where they will spend maybe 2 or 1 night, depending on what Prince Harry and his family have decided. And that is when we had the stories about the royal residence. And Prince Harry, through his spokesperson again, confirmed that they will be staying at the royal residence. But concerning the security thing, you can see that he has not yet gotten that. But he is hell-bent on bringing his family to the UK. He is hell-bent on getting all the necessary things that requires his family to actually even visit the UK. And what's even more heartbreaking is that Ravek hasn't done a risk assessment yet. It's been 6 years now, and they even promised another risk assessment last December, yet they haven't done it to this day. And I don't know what exactly they are waiting for, because I believe that is a very easy decision. Giving Harry and his family security should not be something that is that should take this long. But here we are, still waiting for that decision. And I just know that at the end of the day, if King Charles doesn't want Harry and his family to get the security, then trust me, they are still not going to be getting this security. But I'm glad Prince Harry is fighting tooth and nail to ensure that his family is able to visit the UK. He is literally doing everything he can to make sure that his family is able to visit the UK safely and that their stay is going to be very comfortable in the UK. But as I have seen too, there are so many people in the UK who are literally advocating for Prince Harry and his family to be given this security. And that includes people like Chris Shape, as I showed you yesterday, who are like, why is Prince Harry not getting this security when someone like Taylor Swift is given security so easily whenever she visits the UK? And it wasn't Chris Shape alone. I saw several people actually saying the same thing, which made me pause for a moment and see that there are so many people who wish the best for Prince Harry and see how unfair this entire situation is. Prince Harry should be given security. That should not be something that he has to fight for and literally beg for it. It's something that he should be given so easily, because he has been under so many threats, especially in the UK, from far-right extremists, from people who are obviously not okay in the head. And yet Ravek is still very hesitant in giving him the security that he needs. Well, I think that is very, very unfair, and I really hope that at the end of the day, Prince Harry is going to get the security that he needs. Meanwhile, King Charles should be ashamed of himself, because honestly, he has failed as a father, he has failed as a grandfather, and even as a father-in-law to Meghan, because he's failed to protect this family when he can. Trust me, King Charles is able to do this because he provided, okay, he paid for Prince Andrew's security for a very long time, almost 3 years, and I believe he still pays for it even to this day, even though the UK media obviously won't report on it. So he should be ashamed of himself because his son is literally fighting for something that he should be given willingly. Anyway, that is it from me today, but I'd love to hear what you have to say concerning this story. Then I'll see you on the next episode, and I hope you have a lovely day ahead. Goodbye.